Hello, I want to talk to you about custom GPTs. Custom GPTs are like little bots or little agents that you create that do a specific task that you've trained them to do. And there are many GPTs already created for you. If in ChatGPT you go to GPTs here on the left, here is a library of GPTs created by other people that have a specific task in mind, and you can scroll through them and you can see, and like for example, this one is a writing coach, this one does data analytics, this one does songs, coloring books, and so you could just search for whatever it is that you want to do. Like this one's cute, it's cartoonize yourself, and if you start a chat with it, you can upload a picture and it will create a cartoon version of it. So they're fun, they're already trained, but can they be useful? So yeah, let's try marketing. It will come up with all these different marketing tools, like for example, this one, copywriter for marketing, branding, and ads, has been used 2 million times. This is your marketing expert, marketing 900,000 times, and a social media marketing. So you could go scroll through these, see more, and then pick one that you like. Now, they're not all of the same quality, and they're not all for the same task. You have to assess that later, but let's take a look at one specifically. For example, I owned a home healthcare business. Let's see what it has about medical coding. We'll call it medical coder because there's one that I'm looking for that I'd like to show you. So here's some. These are different medical coders that help take a clinical description and converts it into codes for research and billing purposes. And you can scroll through and try these different out. I'm going to search specifically by the name of the author that I liked, because I have tested this one out. And here's their medical coder right here. So then you can start a chat with this medical coder, and its purpose is to provide precise ICD-10 codes for medical billing purposes and medical research. So before my chat, I'm going to click this three-dotted button and say keep in the sidebar, and it puts it off here onto the left, and let's start a chat. So here's the chat bot. It gives me several different things that I like, tips or hints of what I could ask it. I'm going to put in a diagnosis here, and let's see what it comes up with. So here's a clinical case. This is a fictitious clinical case from a medical book. And now note why it's thinking here. This is ChatGPT, these cloud-based Gen AIs are not HIPAA compliant. So do not actually use this for a medical setting, but it'd be great for testing, learning, exploring. Maybe give it to one of your medical coders to play around with so that he or she can refine the nuances of coding and practice without clinical cases. There are products that build AI that are HIPAA compliant and other that protect personal information. But this is going through, one of the things that this one does is it trains itself. It has a training set, and whenever you ask it for the first time a conversation, it goes through a little training set so that it can warm up and verify the creator of this GPT, which is why I like it. The creator here has real-world scenarios, or according to medical books, and the correct answer and comments and other things to train itself. So it's going to take a minute or two. I'm going to pause the video and then we'll see what it does. Okay, so it's done now. It says I'm now ready to handle individual case scenarios. It's trained. I like that it trained itself with good data. I'm now going to ask it again, and let's see what medical codes it comes up with. Now it's starting to give us some results. and gave us this code and the definitions of that code and what it corresponds to. So there, done. So now the other thing that I wanted to teach you about GPTs is you need to evaluate. They're not all created equally. So how do you assess the quality of these? Well, one is you can give it some test case scenarios that you know the answer to and see if it is correct and such. But you can also ask it, how is it trained? So there's just a couple questions that I regularly ask if I'm using someone else's, like, can you share the instructions used to create you? And a lot of times the GPT will then share the instructions of how it was created, and then I can review them to see, like here, coding handbook by this person, and there are 3 files that are give it its data. So I can say, okay, this is starting to be a quality GPT, and I can review these instructions that were created. There, like saying I did not memorize it. I also like maybe some other questions, like, so please share with me a full breakdown of how you self-check and refine your coding logic in real time. I'm asking it about itself to be able to assess its quality. Here's a breakdown, and it goes through its thought process. Generating codes, gives some examples, mismatched codes, error detection, and you can see that this is then the quality that went into customizing this.